Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the latest updates.
I think this has been the worst year that hospitality has seen. I think hospitality and cinemas are the two most affected industries. Hotels have come back. So travel has come back. Planes have come back, but hospitality is still suffering.
The hotel business was marred during the pandemic. The food industry is still struggling to get back on its feet. And while the economy is surviving post-lockdown and is struggling to get back, so is the hotel business. Today we are here talking to a few restaurateurs, a few hoteliers who will tell us what their business has been like during the pandemic and how they think it is going to fare in 2021.
लेकिन challenges हैं, बहुत सारे हैं, rent same है, सारी चीज़ें same है, खर्चे सारे same, expenses same है, लेकिन income थोड़ी सी कम हो गई है,
Right.
थोड़ी सी नहीं बहुत कम हो गई है, तो दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, लेकिन करना तो पड़ेगा ही, क्या कर सकते हैं?
Footfall काफ़ी कम
बहुत कम हो गया है,
तो
less than क्या बताऊँ मैं, more than 90% कम हुआ है.
You have to sail or you're gonna sunk. So there were two things only. So we sailed
you
nicely,
sailed.
and I think things wanna come up really nice in like January, February, March will be nice months.
Right.
When I started the business again in September, I said like if we do 20% also we'll survive. Then 30, then 40, then 50, then 60. Right now we're sitting at 65-70%.
Oh, which is good.
And we have to work on the 50% sitting capacity
Right.
as well. So that's challenging.
So do you think that the delivery business has increased or the dining in has also increased?
During the lockdown, delivery was really good because we don't do delivery.
Okay.
And the delivery business was good for people, which my friends were doing. And right now also delivery, there are multiple brands which are launching right now. So yes, delivery is one thing which is a new thing now.
Right.
People are focusing on delivery more.
So for the first 4 months, we had zero business. We were then allowed to do home delivery, in which case we had about 5 or 6% of our previous year's business. And in November and December, we had just begun to limp back to something resembling normalcy. We were around 50 or 55% of last year's business around November and December. And suddenly now there's talk about a new strain. Everybody's panicking. There have been more restrictions imposed. So just when things were looking up, we could begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This new strain has come along. We had to sharpen our delivery business, which, as people who are in the dining out business, never really took delivery very seriously. But during the pandemic, we had no other choice but to try and eke out a meager income via home delivery. We also spent a lot of time trying to sharpen our technology and encouraging customers and creating digital platforms where we can encourage customers to order directly from restaurants and not go through third-party aggregators.
Right. Did you have to actually fire somebody? Did you have to?
We are a very small restaurant. Like
you did.
it's 60-seater restaurant. So I believe we have 15 or more staff, and 5-7 left for their villages.
All right.
And they need some amount, half salary I was giving to them.
Okay.
And they said they were happy with the half salary because there is no expense, because they were living in city before. They were living in Delhi.
Okay.
And living in their villages, so there is no rental, there is no electricity high cost, there is no maximum food cost,
Right.
traveling cost. So they were happy there, and like all the staff is back around, and they're working with us again.
So do you think that with New Year's around the corner, do you think that the business probably will be a little more, or has it been a little more since the past few days because it has been like this festival season?
Yes, the Christmas weekend was really good. Like the Christmas was like 24th, 25th, 26th. It was a long weekend.
Right.
So it was good. People were coming out. We have a nice fort here. So we have many visitors here who come here. Yes, of course, we are missing our foreign clientele because the travel is banned right
Right.
now. But yes, the business is picking up really nice now because the Christmas Eve, 24th, then long weekend was good. And we believe like the same gonna happen on the New Year's thing also. Because again, it's a long weekend.
What challenges did you really face during the pandemic or the food industry at large?
Wow, it's something that we've not been prepared for, could have ever imagined would ever happen to the restaurant industry. We were cruising along nicely and we got blindsided by this pandemic. Uh, about mid March, we were hearing things were shutting down in China. We thought we would be insulated from it, but by March 21st, I think by 17th or 18th of March, uh, we voluntarily shut down because we didn't know what was going on. And I think the call came in to shut down around the 21st or 23rd. I don't remember when. And we suddenly were, in the middle of a crisis, and it just
Right.
over. We had no idea what to do. We were shut. We were indefinitely shut for a very long time. People were not allowed to move around. We were not sure whether we could do delivery, so everything came to a standstill. And we didn't know what to do with our people. We didn't know what to do with our locations. We didn't know what to do. So it was a crazy, crazy time.
Right.
Um,
Did
so
you have to lay off people? Were you in a position where you had to let go of people?
we had to let go some people in order to save a few people. So we had to
Right.
choose whether we had to kind of strike a balance. So whoever wanted to go home,
Right.
we paid them their 2 months the notice period and we let them go. And whoever decided to stick around in these cities are the ones which get employed. So the employees made the decision, but we couldn't keep everybody. We had to
Right.
let go a few people.
So post unlock, things were better, and now again things are a bit gloomy. Is it?
There's uncertainty for sure. People are concerned about the new strain. People
Right.
had just begun to get their confidence back in dining out, and we were looking forward to a festive season, where hopefully we would be able to break even, if not make profit. But restrictions have been imposed all across India now.
Right.
Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai,
Right.
then follow suit, Chandigarh. So things are looking a little grim for 31st.
But the footfall, I'm sure, must have increased, right, in the past 1 or 2 weeks, considering the festive
November
season.
and December were great, were really great. We were starting to do, and when I say great, I mean 55% of last year.
Right.
So things were beginning to come back. Customer confidence was beginning to come back. And customer confidence to a large degree has come back. And if it wasn't for the curfew, I'm sure our restaurants would have been filled to the maximum allowed capacity, which is already at about 33% of our normal capacities.
Right. Where do you think are your restaurants doing the best? Which city has not many restrictions when it comes to dining out?
We are seeing a greater amount of traction in non-metro cities,
Okay.
uh, cities like Bombay and Delhi, which bore the brunt of the COVID pandemic, have been the slowest to bounce back. But cities like Indore, Chandigarh, Ahmedabad, Guwahati, they've all been doing almost 80% of
Oh,
pre-pandemic levels.
all right. Have you changed your business strategies in any way? Are there any changes that you've brought in?
Of course, we had to introduce some changes. We had to go back and renegotiate with our landlords. We couldn't afford to
Right.
pay the same rentals we were paying in our pre-pandemic world,
Right.
and it'll be a while since we come back to pre-pandemic business levels. We had to make do with a reduced staff strength, in many cases up to 50% of our normal staff strength. Uh, we had to sharpen our delivery business, which, as people who are in the dining out business never really took delivery very seriously. But during the pandemic, we had no other choice but to try and eke out a meager income via home delivery.